What is going on, fight fans? So I just finished playing Thrill of the Fight 2, the early access version, and boy do I got a lot to talk about when it comes to this game. Now, if you don't know, for the first time in a fleshed out kind of way, you could actually box in VR, which means all your own movements, right, against an actual second person, right, against someone across the world, wherever they are, also trying to box you as well. That's the super interesting part of this, is taking the core elements of Thrill of the Fight, which were fantastic, but now putting it in a space of multiplayer, which is really hard to do. But I think that this game, especially in its early access version, has been able to pull that off. Now, let's go ahead and look at the pros and cons, and look at a match and kind of like some of my placement matches, so you guys can see, yeah, they do have ranked and all that stuff, so you guys can see how it actually how it works, what I was going through in my process of trying to figure things out in terms of how everything works, not the boxing part, but just like how the gameplay works with my environment and stuff of that nature. Okay, so without any further ado, I'm not going to chew your ear off with this review talking in the beginning. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so first things first is the created character. The created character in the game is pretty decent. It's not the craziest super detail, but it is pretty decent. I think I was able to make a guy that slightly resembles me as much as I possibly can. There, I'm looking to make sure I got the ponytail at the end with the braids, with the side fade. They basically had my hair, so I went ahead and put it on, and they had my beard too, so I went ahead and put my beard on there, changed the color, make sure it matches. And of course, I got the eyebrows, everything. We're jumping forward here, so we don't have to spend too much time. But in terms of creating your character, putting the different colors on your pants and shoes, as well as your gloves. You guys know how I love the white gloves. Like, this is literally one of my favorite types of gloves. But yeah, I think I was able to get my character to look like me to some extent, right? So first fight that I actually did it in mixed reality. Okay, so you'll see right here, this is a mixed reality fight. And it's against a opponent. I didn't get the name of the opponent, but I was able to start cooking, to be quite honest. This person was fairly slow in their punches. So you can see there, I'm easily rolling the punches from whoever this person is. No knock on who this person is, but they're throwing very slow punches, very kind of almost trying to be tactical in a way, but I had a little bit more speed. A little bit more kind of like, I guess, agility and punch speed than this person. So I'm able to just move around. Now, this is my actual living room, by the way, guys. So I'm like in my living room area. Obviously, you see a little jankiness there. There's going to be some kind of distortion going on in some of these. But one thing that really threw me off, and you'll see later on in this game, is that my room scale, like the amount of room that I had, was deemed okay to move around without having to use the joystick, just moving my body, which is what I want to do. But then at one point, without me knowing, it just flips to like, no, this room scale is not enough. So I had to end up moving my couches when I figured that out to continue to move. So I'm clearly outclassing this person here. But kudos for them trying. See the body shot, the 1-2 upstairs. It's just way too slow. I'm seeing the punches coming literally from a mile away. So I'm hitting them with hooks. I think at this point, they quit, right? Right here, they quit, which is fine. It's fine. You know, it happens. They end up quitting. And when they quit, you get the win. So
ladies and gentlemen, the winner is the red corner.
All right. So I started thinking about it. I'm like, it's probably best for me to not do room scale. So here I'm training a little bit just to kind of understand how they want the technique to work in terms of punching, because it's not about speed anymore. It's about actual technique, like turning into your punch with your torso and stuff like that. So you see how I'm increasing the damage, and I'm doing like these big right hooks and big left hooks to increase the damage and understand exactly how they want me to do it. Once I did that, I quickly moved into another fight. Now this fight was kind of bizarre, because in this fight here, this is where my room scale didn't work anymore. My room scale no longer worked here. And then I'm noticing, I'm like, what the heck? So every time I try to move, it's like, get back into your area. And I'm like, wait, what is this? What do you mean? And then it's like, get back into your area, get back into your area. Right there. And this guy looks like he's good. And I really wanted to go into a fight with him, but I couldn't move from the spot that I was in. I did not know that I needed to move my joystick to move my player, and that my room scale area had been deemed too small to be able to do it in competition. So I'm doing the best that I can, but the dude has the ability to move in and out. While, look, right there, if I try, my punches don't even land. So it was a very, very jarring. I'm looking down, trying to understand what's going on. At this point, you have to understand, guys, I don't know what's happening. I even here, when I get to the corner, when there's like a corner break, I'm trying to figure something out to see, because we got 5 placement matches. I kind of didn't want to lose. And you see how it shows that I'm like in a safe zone there, but apparently it's not letting me. It didn't consider me in a safe zone at a certain. But I don't know exactly what happened. Ready? So I ended up actually increasing my room scale by moving my couch, and then I had like a big area, much bigger area, and then it was deemed safe. Like I had enough of a safe room to move around so I can move my body. Now this is trippy right here. My head is disconnected from my body. It looks like there was a disconnection here. Now, this is where there's pros and cons, right? These are the cons here. There's some jankiness, obviously. There's some connection problems and stuff like that as well, as you can see here, which creates like a very weird situation. This is my head disconnected from my body, insane, like out of body experience, literally and figuratively. But for the most part, when it works very, 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 very well. And we're gonna go into my last fight here. One of my fights, it didn't record. Somebody quit, so I ended up having 3 wins with 1 loss, which is the one where I couldn't move. And then this fight here was my 5th fight. So let's see how this fight goes here.
Get ready.
So now I have my room scale all in order. I can move with my own feet. I don't have to worry about moving with the analog. So now I'm in my groove, right? So I'm rolling my head. I'm moving. You can see like, oh man, this is like really good, bro. Like I really feel like it's like a elevated way of shadow boxing. An elevated way of shadow boxing. You don't have to imagine. You could actually work off of what you're seeing. And now the psychology of boxing works to some degree, right? Because even here, when you'll see at a certain point, the person gets very, very frustrated with my movements, and they drop their hands, and I get free shots in, because it was just a little bit too jarring, I guess, for him to deal with a lot of the movement that I was doing. So here you can see I'm going to the body, going upstairs. He's trying to throw punches. Here he's hurt. You can tell by his face. So I'm trying to get a little bit aggressive to get him out of here. Guys, by the way, just to do my placement matches, I threw on my watch and I put the fitness tracker to track, and I put it on boxing. And while I was doing the thing, when it was all done and I did all my placement matches, guys, I had burned 1,078 calories. I kid you not. 1,078 calories. I was actually done after this. Here I'm doing the Philly shell, and it works. It reads your arms. It blocks using your shoulder. So it has your arms and shoulders as part of the equation, which that wasn't in Thrill of the Fight 1. Only your gloves mattered in Thrill of the Fight 1. All right. Ooh, see how I caught that one? Caught that again. So I'm trying to throw upstairs, get him with the 1-2, slip. 1-2. Beautiful. Go to the body. Ooh, over the top. He caught me as I was catching him. Hit him with a jab. So one thing that I noticed is that slipping to my left is very difficult for this person to deal with. So I get into a certain range, and they always want to throw that overhand right or that straight right. And, of course, out of respect, we touching gloves. But they always want to throw that straight right, or he always wants to throw that straight right. This is what I'm talking about the difference between playing a CPU and playing a person. I get to read what the person is trying to do. I get to see what the person wants to do. And I get to play in accordance to what that person is trying to do. So here I know that my speed is faster than him. My movement is faster than him. And just that, I'm already have a certain level of comfort to do certain things with this person. But I'm going to literally exploit the fact that he's not doing anything for my overhand slip to my left, overhand slip to my left, or straight slip to my left. And I could literally almost do it over and over again, and he's not able to adjust in any way, shape, or form. Which the best thing for him to do would be to like uppercut, right? Throw some uppercuts. But even then, it's easy to start reading what these people are going to do. So there we touch gloves, of course. All movements is just me. It's just my movements. It's not anybody else or anything like that. It's literally just my movements. There's no extra animations here. He caught me there with a good right hook, right? So he's like flicking his punches. You can see he's flicking his punches, and it's letting me see them come like from a mile away, basically. So here he's like flicking it towards me. So we get in a little bit of a barn burner fight right here. Sometimes you gotta do it, right? Sometimes you gotta get in those little fights. I'm throwing punches, and we're both at this point cracking each other. And I try to slow it down just a little bit here. So now I'm doing the Philly shell. I'm letting him throw some punches, getting tired, because you actually can get tired here. Look how I'm blocking all of those punches with the Philly shell. There, he's catching me a little bit. I'm using the jab and then coming in with a straight. Coming in with a straight right there. Straight down the pipe. Slip. Right here. Slip. 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 Bro, like he was not stopping it at all. He didn't know. Like I could see. You see, I see him loading it up. You guys could probably even see it. He's loading these punches up way too wide, and it's giving me an understanding of what punch he's gonna do. So, which is the reason why I was able to do like literally 4 slips to my left in a row while throwing that straight right to the face. Ooh, straight down the pipe, like I am cracking him. So here you can see that there's some frustration. He's dropped his hand. He's going for the body, but again, the Philly works. So all I got to do is have this hand down here, and I can even still throw a little bit and then kind of put my hands together like this, and it will block the punches because the arms are part of your defense here. Straight down the pipe. Straight down the pipe. You can see how straight down the pipe. Like I'm seeing the punch before he throws it. There I didn't do it just to give him a different look, but you can see the punch before he throws it, which made it very simple and easy for me to keep going to that well. Of course, I always want to touch gloves after every round, but sometimes, of course, your opponent doesn't want to touch gloves. It's all good. I'ma still reach and extend my hand out for the glove touch, right? That's how I play, right? That's how I play. It's a gentleman's sport, right? Anyways, it was a really, really cool little things that they do. Like if you hit your glove, you'll feel it'll do a noise like a boom, 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 like almost like gloves touching each other, which is an added effect that wasn't in the Thrill of the Fight 1. But of course, really, the main selling point of this early access is bare bones. It doesn't have like a single player thing. It doesn't have a career mode or anything. It's just multiplayer. Is the fact that there's multiplayer. That just, to me, now there's this new element of playing with the mind of my opponent. Something that I didn't have from Thrill of the Fight 1. Even though I love Thrill of the Fight 1, that was a big thing that wasn't there. Of course, there we touch gloves. And we're going to go ahead and end it because this is the third and final round. So now he's flicking his punches at me. I'm kind of getting in a little bit of a barn burner fight with him because at the same time, I know that I got round 1 and round 2 in the bag. I'm moving my head a little bit, throwing the hammer jab, right, to split his guard. Roll right under, came in with a beautiful left hook after the roll. Came up top, right, using the Philly shell to block the body. Right here, I'm using the Philly shell. Obviously, you guys can't tell, but stay tuned. They're going to drop an app that shows the fight happening while you're fighting. It's showing the fight happening in third person. I can't wait to have that. I might even record myself talking as I'm fighting, which might be a little bit jarring because I'm going to be breathing hard, but I might record it as I'm fighting. See, I catch that one with the left. He's throwing that, like he's loading that up, so I'm seeing all of that. I'm blocking a lot of those shots right there. I'm using the Philly right here, using the Philly, catching it with the Philly right there. So I'm basically like this right now. I'm catching his punches with the Philly, catching the punch with the Philly. Slip, boom, caught him again. You can hear it. You can't see it, but like I know where I aimed it before I dipped down, so I didn't really need to pay attention to it. I already knew where the punch was going. So here we're constantly tagging him. He's trying with those hooks, but again, those are super telegraphed hooks. Woo. So yeah, they're gonna have an app where we could watch it in third person, kind of like a traditional boxing game. So that way you can see my body, their body, and see what we're doing and how it looks. I can't wait to have that, because once we have that, it's gonna be fantastic. Putting it, creating content with that is gonna be absolutely fantastic. So now he's dropping his hand. I'm throwing it straight. Again, I already know I'm going to the bread and butter, which is slipping to the left, because I know that that's something that he's having trouble with. We're blocking here.
Stop.
Clean fighting. We touch gloves here. Like I think I'll extend my hand to touch gloves.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's see what the judges think, though.
The blue corner.
We got the win right there. So out of the 5 placement matches, I won 4 out of 5, right? With the one being a technical issue that I couldn't understand what was going on, as we've shown here. But you could also see the details of everything here. You can see the amount of the rounds that I won, which is every single round, and the amount of damage that I've done throughout the fight. So pretty fun. Let me see where it is. Let me see. They're going to actually show what my ranking is. I think they put me in prospect. So I go back here. Go to ranked. Yeah, they put me in prospect, and I'm moving towards contender. So from prospect towards contender, you can see on the right, 4 matches won, 1 match lost with no draw. Now I've completed all of my rank matches. It's going to be moving me from prospect to contender and so on and so forth. I think there's a certain point where it gets to the final, whatever it is. I don't know what that is, but we're going to continue to do the rank stuff. This is my review of Thrill of the Fight, the early access. Honestly, I give the game a 7.5 out of 10. It's bare bones, it's early access, but I think it's the best experience when it comes to playing against other people. Are there some jankiness? Absolutely, as we've shown with my head being disconnected from my body, and even with your opponent, depending on different connections and situations with your connection versus their connection, there's gonna be problems there. But in terms of the feel of it and being able to actually feel like you're boxing against somebody else, it's totally there. It's 100% there. Obviously, it was more fleshed out. If they had more stuff to do other than just play online, I would give it a higher score. But personally, for me, being a competitive person, I like that this is what they opened up early access with, because I'm going to be playing online for the most part. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you want me to continue doing videos of this? And do you want me to do a video when the app finally drops that allows me to record everything in third person, to actually create content off of me playing VR, but you seeing it in third person and then us 2 fighting? I think that would be very fun, so you can see how my fighter looks when I'm doing all the stuff that I'm doing in real life. All right, anyways, until the next one, guys, peace out.